So why don't you introduce yourself to us a little bit?
Hi all, my name is Jane Lurkins and I'm currently a grad student at the University of Buffalo and I'm a psychology major. Now, I found this guy on Craigslist and he's agreed to do this little documentary for me, no questions asked. Right, Carl?
Right, Jane.
You know, I just want people to know who I am and I want to make a big splash in this world and I think this is just the way to do it.
Okay, so tell us about what you do in your spare time.
Well, in my spare time, I'm just your average college student. I go to class, I walk around campus, I eat, I sleep in on the weekends. Just about anything you would imagine a college kid doing, I do. Oh, how about I show you some of my college experiences? I just finished the scrapbook this morning. It's called My Life as Jane. These were some of the greatest moments I've had here. It took me a while to find them because nobody tagged me in them on Facebook, but that's okay. I mean, once I finally did find them, getting them printed was a must. I can't imagine not being able to share these experiences with my future children, the same way my mom shared hers with me. It's an exciting thought, and I can't wait to tell them about everything I've done.
Yes, actually, tell us about that. In a world of lackluster kidnappers, you claim to be the best serial kidnapper out there, or that's what your email said anyway. Do you want to expand on that?
Well, I mean, basically, whenever I get the opportunity, I like to go around and take people. It just makes me feel closer to them, and it doesn't always happen otherwise. Kidnapping is a bonding experience, and I'm just glad I get to do that here. It's a big university, so there's a lot of people to choose from, and I'm just holding out the hope that one of these days I'll find the one.
Now, what do you mean by the one?
Oh, well, from what my parents have told me so far, one day my dad was walking around this very campus, and my mom, holler at me, Christy. Well, she decided that he would be her next victim. I don't want to say victim. It makes it sound like it's a crime or something. Let's say target. My mom managed to get the only security footage of this actually. It's pretty neat stuff. So anyway, she kidnapped him and kept him in her secret hideout for a few hours until the chloroform wore off and he woke up. She says it was the most agonizing 3 hours of her life, waiting for him to come to. But when he did, she says it was love at first sight. He says it took a few more weeks for the Stockholm Syndrome to set in, but she doesn't seem to remember that at all. Anyway, I'm just trying to channel her and hopefully find love, even though she says it may not be the best way to meet people.
Okay, fair enough. So what do you do with all the people that don't fall in love with you after you take them?
Well, I can't just let them go. They've seen my face. What if they see me on campus afterward? It would just be a whole awkward situation, and I'd rather avoid it. So
Yes, I see. Now what goes into kidnapping somebody?
Well, how I do it depends on the person. Sometimes it's just a quick grab, and sometimes it's this whole process. It's probably easier if I just show you. So why don't we go see what I'm setting up for later tonight?
Okay, let's do that.
Now this girl, Josie, my next target, she's a nice girl, great personality, TAs for a language class or whatever. And she's got great arms, not momish at all. Anyway, she's always up here until all hours of the night, doing work or whatever. So when she goes home, it's just prime kidnapping time. Here, let me give you a little sneak peek of what I have planned. Now there were some elevators over there, and we obviously don't want her going that way, because that's just not scary enough. So I'll just use these. I'll put one on every elevator, and she'll never even second guess them. Now as she's going down these stairs, she'll hear some footsteps, and she'll wonder aloud, who's there? And when there's no response and the footsteps continue, well, that's when she'll get nervous. Now we're at the bridge, always my favorite part. She'll be here, walking quickly, trying to calm herself down, trying to figure out if she was just imagining things. When she gets to the other end, she'll realize that no one's actually following her. Now when she opens the door, I'll enter from those doors. And that's when she'll realize shit's hitting the fan. Now this is the second floor, and I don't want her here anymore, so I'm gonna send her downstairs. There's some benches over there that I'm gonna set up into a roadblock. She won't want to deal with them, so she'll head straight for the stairs. She won't even think that I did it. She'll think some drunk kids did it. Because that's what drunk kids do. They try to build stuff out of things that shouldn't be built with. Now, anyway, at this point, she won't have seen me for a while. The reason she hasn't seen me is because I've gone around the outside. She'll think it's safer for her to stay inside. Maybe she'll run into someone she knows. No. Now this is the end. Josie's at the dorms, so she's almost safe, but she'll be scared out of her mind because she'll just have seen me coming for her. Now I don't want to make this too difficult for her, so I'm going to prop the door open with this rock, so she doesn't have any difficulty trying to hide. Now, once she's inside, will I lose her? No. She'll think she's outsmarted me. She'll think that I'll expect her to go upstairs and look for somebody or try and hide in her room, so she'll head straight for the basement, and I know that. And that's where her journey comes to an end. Okay, let's get this party started.